clubs are.
We're down here at the Swampy Creek, and Gooey, what are you doing?
We are setting up to do beaver trapping.
And what's Charles doing?
Putting on his PJs.
He's getting dressed into his swimsuit. Julia and Charles are going to show me and you how they go about trapping our beavers that like to flood our fields.
The springtime, their hides are better. If you can get it right after the ice goes, good for what we want them for.
And what do you want them for?
Mitts and beaver hats and mucklucks.
Which we are selling on the store.
Yes.
So you can go to the store and buy a pair of mitts that Julia's made that her and I have trapped.
Custom made.
Custom
I
made.
can custom make them. You can custom make your pair if you want. My twin sister Jenessa does custom beading on them as well. So you can head over to my gallery and her gallery on our website, and it will show you all the products that we have made for different people that they have custom ordered for.
She forgot the caster. What did Julia go back to get?
She went to get the beaver casters for the bait. Beaver caster is their scent glands that they use to mark their territory. So when you take that scent gland and you put it behind a trap and they want to go and smell it, so then they walk through the trap and get caught. It's amazing how effective it is.
My caster recipe.
That is a retired beaver host. So is that one over there. Charles is just bringing the canoe around because it's a little low for us to all be in there. It's incredible how dry it is here in northern Alberta. This creek is generally just overflowing, and we have some videos on our channel you can check out of how high it can get us canoeing down. But this year, man, there's like no moisture. There was no spring runoff. What is that?
A beaver dam.
So Gooey, what do you look for when you set a trap? What kind of place do you look for?
If we're doing a caster set where we use their casters, we will do it by a dam because they will check their dam regularly. So when they smell the caster, it is very territorial, so they come check it out. We like to put it in runs where they go up along the bank and they have like trenches, places of activity pretty much. We'll put it on.
Julia is playing beaver. What are you doing, Goo?
I'm gonna make a caster mound for behind the trap.
It'd be fun to see an actual beaver doing that.
Yeah, it actually would be.
Because they make those mounds, right?
Yes, they do. And then they put their caster on the mound to mark their territory, but since we took it from other beavers, we're marking our territory, I guess,
Right.
for them to come.
They took the caster out of the beavers that they have already trapped,
Yeah.
and they're going to put that caster on this mound, and the beavers that own this beaver dam, or this area, they're going to smell that there are newcomers, and they're going to come check it out.
4 large casters with oil from 4 of the oil glands.
So they have oil glands and caster glands.
Yes, so the oil glands, I just squeezed 4 oil glands into here, and then about 1/4 cup of glycerin, and I blended this all together. The glycerin helps to make it a better consistency. You can't smell it, and neither can they.
Does it smell to you?
It smells very strong. It actually has a very unique smell. I don't mind it at all. So I just put a little bit on here, and just kind of put it on, dip a stick in, kind of make it smelly, put it in, and that will help keep the smell going.
Do you not let it drip into the water?
You can do that as well, but the water is all flowing away at the moment. Another thing that works very well, I couldn't do this time because it was too full, is you can put cotton with the caster, and then you can put a piece of cotton on the stick, and if the water isn't flowing away, that smell will go all over the pond and they will come to where the stick is.
If you would like to see how we harvest the caster glands and the oil glands, stay tuned to our next video. So, this is what a trap looks like before we set it. I'm just gonna set it. set it on the ground, make sure your safeties are on, nice and good. And then you take your dog and you put it on top of the trigger. It should not set off or anything because I have the safeties on, but for safety's sake I'm just going to be careful. So now it's ready to put in however you will, and then we'll take the safeties off when we're all done.
You're taking the safety off?
Yes.
Why are you putting another stick in there?
I'm just gonna
make kind of a tunnel.
They can't go around.
You're gonna anchor the trap to that rod, right?
So they can't pull it away.
Right. You do not want a beaver carrying a trap all around the country. So they'll be coming to get and smell the caster.
She's all set.
And off we go to do another one. There it is. There's a little dam up ahead.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Whoa, look at that wall.
That's yummy beaver trapping.
That's like Jericho.
See, they're so
Look
full
at
of
that.
keeping up.
It's a masterpiece, a work of art. Master masons, these little beavers are. About 4 or 5 feet high. So Julia's just doing the hardest part of the trap.
What we like to do is we'll put it right here with our knees. We'll just fix that. I like having the trigger on the top. And then you push down the springs and you hook it on the bottom like that.
There. Charles is going to demonstrate how a beaver gets stuck in that.
Oh, okay, so I'm going from this side, but the beaver would usually be going from the other side. So it comes walking up to sniff it, and then it just...
Oh, oh. Charles.
Okay, let's redo it. The thing is we have sticks in here to steady it.
Right.
And they're used to going past twigs and stuff, so it doesn't bother them.
Ooh. Ow.
That would hurt.
Wow, and so then those springs go off, preferably on the neck, right?
Yes. Pretty much breaks their neck and they don't last too long.
So Julia found a place, an active place where they like to crawl out of the water, and she's setting her trap in there. And Charles is going to put his right here.
So this, where I put the trap, is a run that they come from the house is over there. They come along, check the dam, whatever. But this is a run that they use to, you can see, take willows. Like all the willows, lots of willows are down right here that they've been taking.
What would you say to animal activists or people who say that you're being inhumane and disturbing the wildlife by trapping beaver?
The beavers flood our fields, and then we can't hay the fields, and then we can't feed our animals in the winter. We're helping to maintain a balanced ecosystem at the bottom of our property.
Trappers are essential to maintaining a healthy balance in wildlife. For instance, beavers, if you let them multiply too far, they will take over the fields and the forest to the point where it can be quite destructive. And so trappers have a very important part to play in wildlife. And also for all the animal activists out there, something to keep in mind that is very important is that in order for there to be life, there has to be death. It is just the way our Heavenly Father has created the cycle of life.
Okay, so this one's done, and they didn't put any caster here because the beavers are very active here anyway. We're ready to go back in our canoe, head up the dam, and continue our way up the creek. It's amazing how much higher the water is up here. That's just incredible. Wow, we're 4 or 5 feet higher than down there. You see all those willows and sticks under the water? That's the beavers' fridge. That's where they store all their food for the winter. They love willows and poplar. So they store willows and poplar in their fridge right there. It's actually growing pussy willows. All the pretty pussy willows here. You know that you can actually preserve pussy willows if you pick them before they have budded. When they're still all velvet, you just pick them and you stick them in a vase without water, and they will dry up and stay preserved like this for years. You kind of have to be careful though that you don't knock them off because they do get dry. You can see the beavers were taking down these little birch trees. It's amazing how much life is in the swamp. Julia is going to show us the anatomy of a beaver trap.
These are the springs. These are the safeties. And then the top part is the dog. And then this is the trigger inside. And these are the jaws.
Oh, pretty simple.
Very simple anatomy.
So you just took the safeties off?
Yes.
Don't you do that after you have put the trap in?
You can. When I have the trap in, it's a bit easier to take them off just before I put the trap in, instead of putting my hand, like...
And getting it wet.
No. That's not what I mean. It's just easier because sometimes you have the sticks in the way and it just gets annoying.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it works either way.
Okay. You're getting 2 runs with 1 trap. Look at that.
Yes.
So that's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone.
What you should do, if you have it like this, the trap can move back and forth quite a bit. So what I'll do, just be careful so you don't set it off, but you run this through the bottom jaws and it won't slide back and forth. I'll put a little caster mound here just for an added enticement.
Do you like plain beaver goo?
No. Well, it doesn't matter. But...
It's really interesting when you have the cotton, you have it kind of dripping in the water.
Yeah.
And you can actually see the oil from
Here, I'll do it a little.
the oil glands in the caster.
Look. Can you see that on camera? Not sure if you can. But...
It just spreads right out. It's incredible. And it spreads all the way across the water and goes out, and then they smell it.
Yeah.
So Charles found this really nice run. And he's putting his trap in.
For something like this, they would have their head above water swimming.
In order to catch beavers, you gotta think like a beaver. So they'll duck their heads to avoid the log, not knowing that there's a trap underneath to catch them.
That's right. Okay, so we got 3 more traps to set, and we shall catch up after we got them set.
Here's an example of beaver destruction. Look at those huge wood shavings. They're huge. Just imagine how big and strong those beaver teeth are. It looks like they took away the rest of the top of the tree. This is the end of the tree. Look at that. This is all the sap coming up to go into the tree, but because it's cut off, it's not really working very well. We also have a video showing how Jenessa has made birch syrup with the birch sap that she's collected from birch trees. You might like to check those out. You know, in the springtime when the sap is flowing up to make new leaves is the best time to make a willow whistle. If you want to learn how to do that, we have a video on how to make a really good willow whistle. We'll put that video right up here for you. It's an awesome little craft for adults and children alike. You're right going towards a big...
Oh, what?
Charles, you gotta aim a little.
Going towards a what? Shoot.
Ah.
We set a total of 8 traps tonight, and we will check them tomorrow morning.
Hope you enjoyed that, folks. We shall see you in the morning.